Okay, this video is meant to be like a supplement to the lesson that I taught the other day on slope and equations lesson 9. So in that section, we saw there were two equations for a line. One was slope-intercept, which is y equals mx plus b. And the other one is called point slope, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So both of these are an equation of a line. Now, to be honest with you, this is the one that you see most often. So if you're asked to find an equation of a line and it's multiple choice, they will most likely be in this form. So I wanted to give you a couple of more examples on how you might be able to use this. So if I'm looking in page 371, if I look at, let's do number 3 again, because I know that one was hard for us because of the fraction. Number 3. So the point given is -4, 2, and the slope, which is represented by m, was -1/3. So it asks us to use, in the directions, it asks us to use the slope-intercept form. So we're going to write it. And remember that this formula will be on your test. We're going to put in what we know. Well, we know this is an x, we know this is a y. So we can say 2 equals -1/3, that was the m. The x is -4. And what we don't know is the b. So we're solving this for b. So I wish I had a TI-30 here with me, but I don't. But we talked about using the ND button on that to put the fraction in. So if you want to do a shortcut, you know negative plus negative times negative is a positive. So you could skip the signs if you like. And when you put this in the calculator, you put in the 1/3 and you multiply it times 4. And in fraction form, it's 4/3. We talked before about isolating a variable, getting it all by itself. So what we know right now is that there is a 4/3 on the right-hand side, so we have to subtract it from both sides. So on this side, I get b, and on this side, when I do my subtraction, I can use my calculator to minus, and then the ND, put in 4/3. And when I do that, I'm going to get an answer of 2/3. So now when I write the equation, I'm going to say y equals the slope given, -1/3, x plus 2/3. Now we can do this exact same problem and we can use the other equation. So let's try that. Let's now just do the exact same problem with the different equation. Let's use the point slope form. So the point will be -4, 2, and the slope is -1/3. So in this equation, we are going to write y minus, the y1 is going to be is going to be 2. And then the m is -1/3. And over here, I've got x minus -4. I did it like this so that we can make sure that we're paying attention to the fact that there are two negatives there right next to each other. So that makes a positive. Now, this is an equation of a line just like this. And you can absolutely leave it in this form. If you needed to, if you're looking at multiple choices and it's not in this sign, that is when you're going to have to simplify this by distributing. So you're going to get -1/3 x plus -4/3 thirds. You don't have to write the plus. You could have just said negative 4 thirds. It would be fine. Remember, if you want it to look like the formula y equals mx plus b, you need the y all by itself. So what you're going to do is you're going to add 2. So you're going to get negative 1/3 x. And if you take negative 4 thirds and you add 2 to it, you put this in the calculator, plus we just did it a little while ago, you're going to get 2 thirds. Notice they match. Now, if someone has just said the equation of a line, you can leave it just like this. But if it's multiple choice and it's not of that form, you need to continue your algebra. Okay, let's look at section C, number 6. So this one is tough stuff because there is a lot going on here. So they say, write your answer in slope-intercept. Okay, so that means at the end, it's going to have to be y equals mx plus b. So you are given 2 points. This is not number 6. I'm sorry. This is going to be number 7. You've got -5, 3, and 1, 1. So there are 2 ways to do this problem. You can find the slope with y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and then you can have a slope and a point and solve it. Or you can use, I think that's going to be the way to go. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to find slope first. So we know the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And that is slope. So we know this one is x1, this one is y1. This is x1, 2, this is y2. So we're going to say y2, 1, minus y1, 3, over x2, which is 1, minus x1, which is minus -5. So simplifying this, we're going to say 1 minus 3, -2. And then this is going to be 1 plus 5. So now we've got -2 over 6. And you get -1/3 when you reduce. So there's my dog Charlie barking. So now they asked me to write it in point slope form. So I know the M. I pick one of the points. I'm going to pick this one. I can pick either one I want. I'm picking this one because the numbers 1 and 1 are so easy to work with. Okay, personal choice. You could pick the other one. It still works. So I'm going to do y equals mx plus b. I know my y is 1 because that's the point I chose. Whichever y I choose, I have to choose the x that goes with it. I've got 1/3 for the m. The x is 1, and then I need to find the b. So when I multiply this together, I'm going to say y equals -1/3 plus b. I'm going to add 1/3, 1/3. So this is a 1. I'm going to add 1/3 to it. If I go to my calculator, use the N over D button, I'm going to get 4/3. So now this equation is going to be y equals -1/3 x plus 4/3. So that is pretty difficult. I know there's lots of steps. What did we do? Well, we had to find the slope, use the slope, pick a point, and then plug in. So if I need to write out the steps, I would say first, find slope, plug in slope, and one of the coordinates, your choice which one you choose, and then solve for B. And then 4, plug in to y equals mx plus b. Okay, I think that is going to give you a lot of help, I hope, in solving these problems. Let me know what I can do to help you today in class. Okay.